What's up, YouTube? This is your creator cousin, Brian Keith. And in today's episode, I will work for food. Now, you all know how I start all my videos is with a shout out to all of our new subscribers. Scrolling at the bottom is our new subscribers. Now, let's get into today's episode. The easy life is the hard life. The hard life is the easy life. Now, I was having a conversation with a guy who had one of these signs up over at the local shoppers. We'll work for food. And I asked him in our conversations, what got you to this place? Now, what most of you may not know about me, at one point, I found myself homeless here in the DMV. I'm originally from Jacksonville, Florida, and all of my family is in Florida, but I live in the DMV. So it made me reflect back to what had put me into a homeless state. So the gentleman was saying at one point he was in the military and the VA administration wouldn't pay for his medication. So therefore, he was having mental problems. And so I said to him, how long ago was that? He told me that was over 15 years ago. And I said to myself, wow. So you mean to tell me this problem that happened 15 years ago, you're still dealing with it? Now, he was telling me having one of these signs is an easy way to take care of yourself. I will work for food. And he said most of the times people wouldn't ask him to do any work. They would just give him money. And so from that conversation, the idea of this episode came about. This gentleman thought the easy life, using one of these signs, would give him the finances to live his life. But, over here at the Credit Cousin YouTube channel, we are thinking people. And I asked him, I said, well, how long do you stand out here on this corner? He would tell me sometimes 8 hours, sometimes 12 hours. And it had me I started thinking, and I'm like, and I asked him, I said, well, what's the most amount of money do you make in the 8-hour period of time? And he would tell me some days he would make $20. Some days, like on a Friday, he would make $100. And so I asked him, I said, well, sir, are you a gambling man? And he said, well, every now and again I buy a scratch off or play the lottery. And I said, sir, what I'm really asking you is this. Do you understand? If you were to go punch the clock at someone's job for 8 hours, you're guaranteeing yourself, if they pay weekly or bi-weekly, you're guaranteeing to have something. I said, but having one of these signs does not guarantee you income. So the gentleman, uh, he started looking from left to right, and he said, "You know what? No one has never told me this." And I said to him, I said, "Well, sir, how often do strangers just come up to you and talk to you?" And he said to me, he said, "Never." He said, "Most Americans view me as invisible. They would see me and don't see me." Or he said that he used a word called a pariah. They view me as a problem. And I said, "Sir, I understand your blood is red like mine. I understand that you have a mind just as I have a mind." And I said, "Sir, you possibly have some abilities." And he said, he nodded his head. He said, "Yes." I said, over at Walmart, which is probably about 4 blocks from where we was at, I said, they have what they call greeters. And all the gentlemen do, or the persons do, is stand at the door and either welcome you into the store or thank you for coming to the store. I said, "Sir, for 8 hours, they just stand in one spot, just like what you're doing right now. But the difference in them and you is that at the end of the week or at the end of 2 weeks, they receive a check." And he said to me, he said, "Bruh, no one has never taken the time out to tell me something like this." And so, just as I would say to you all, only the strong will survive. And most of the time, the strong minded or the strong willed individuals will survive. And so, um, I thank that gentleman for once again taking the time out to talk to me, because I am just, like I've said it several times, I'm just the average hardworking individual trying to create content to wake some of us up. Today it was 28 degrees, or right now it's 28 degrees here in the DMV. And this was probably about like 30 minutes ago. So I was saying to him, "So what are your plans?" And he said to me, he has no plans. So I told him, I said, "Well, hey, I'll go over to the hotel and pay for your night stay. How about that?" But I just wanted to get on here and make this video to encourage everyone that's watching it. The easy life is the hard life, and the hard life is the easy life. Most of us, we get up, we go to work. That is considered the hard life. But what most Americans don't understand and most individuals don't understand, the longer you continue getting up, going to work, the easier it becomes. So your job becomes second nature. Now, the young man I was speaking to earlier who thought that the easy life with a sign saying he will work for food is the easy life. But no, that is the hard life. So once again, this has been your credit cousin, Brian Keith. I don't want to hold you all too much longer. If anything I've said resonated with you, please comment down below. If you like the video, give me one of these. If you're watching this video and you are not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. One thing about this channel, if you pay attention and apply the principles, your life will change. So once again, this have been your credit cousin, Brian Keith. Until our next video, you be blessed.